Welcome. This is Daybreak Live on Dominion Television Ibadan. And of course, this morning we start with the big story. I'm Oluwayemi Adelako. Public money is like holy water. Everyone wants some, but no one should waste it. When citizens pay taxes and entrust public resources to government, transparency is no longer a favor, it is an obligation. And welcome you once again to the big story. Today we examine a question that goes to the art of governance and democracy. Public trust and public funds. How transparent should government spending be? The debate follows conflicting interpretations of the IMF's observations on Nigeria's fiscal reporting, while the federal government has firmly denied claims that over 8 trillion naira was spent outside the approved budget, insisting all expenditures were legally authorized and within constitutional provisions. Opposition figures, including Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar, have called for a thorough investigation, arguing that every naira of public funds must be fully accounted for. Is this a case of misunderstanding technical fiscal reporting, or does it expose deeper concerns about transparency and accountability in public finance? And joining me to unpack these issues is Honorable Mbolaja Olaoye, APC stalwart. Good morning and welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me. Good morning to you, Yemi. And people at home, good morning to you for watching and listening to us as well.
Exactly. So let's start with this question. The federal government says there was no 8.83 trillion naira spent outside the budget, while the IMF report has generated a different public perception. Where do you think the misunderstanding came from? Because according to IMF, about 2% of our entire GDP, that's 8.83 trillion naira, was spent outside of the budget. What do you make of this, this development?
The Minister of Finance, Taiwo Oyedele said, he has responded to them that is a misconception and is a kind of probably a misrepresentation of fact that how people translate what IMF said. But come to look at it, he admitted that there are a lot of rollover when we are talking about the budget that has been spent. Because I learned some time ago that they are still implementing about 3 years back budget backlog that they still have to spend because they have not completed a lot of projects that need to be done. But by and large, we need these kind of things because when you are talking about IMF to be the watchdog of this administration, if they are doing good, they are going to talk about it. When they are doing bad, they are going to talk it as well. They are going to say it as well. But let's be factual. Taiwo Oyedele, when he was when he was responding to it, he really asked probably if IMF can identify where the budget probably how they can be able to capture that 8 trillion that was spent outside the budget. Mind you, the World Bank, the IMF have not said probably it's been embezzled. And let's be sincere with ourselves. We have seen in the time past when the former CBN governor Sanusi Lamido was saying about probably 20 billion probably dollars of money were missing in the cover of the government. And when you are talking about these naira, you are talking about 5.8 trillion dollars, which need to be accounted for. Assuming is missed as it was said. So hopefully, for what the IMF is doing, I really buy into it. I think it is the work of opposition as well. Instead of them just saying it as a lip service or probably they want to get the attention of the people, they must dig further because there is nothing that cannot be dig out because 2 plus 2 cannot be 10. 2 plus 2 cannot be 20. 2 plus 2 cannot be 2. So the anything that needs to be done should be accounted for. Any money that is being spent.
But the opposition cannot do so much except by coming out to talk about it. And then I think Atiku and Peter Obi called on EFCC and ICPC to say you need to investigate this thoroughly. But then the fear of some Nigerians is this, how sure are they that these two bodies that have been called out to come and investigate this matter will do the investigation properly and ensure that they make things clearer to the people?
I don't think they are going to be able to do much. I don't think they are not going to be able to do much. And I'm saying this to you: there is no secret under the sun. If anybody do something that is where the money is being spent need to be found as well. And there are a lot of whistleblowers who are ready to give the opposition some security they need at any point in time, because that is what a lot of civil servant does. And there was a time somebody was telling me that the Secretary to the State Government, what's it called, he has a kind of circular that was being sent to all the ministry that if they leak any secret of the government, they are going to be penalized. But we are here in Nigeria where there was problem with Better Edu, and the secret was exposed, and it was asked. So let's be sincere with ourselves. If they can be able to consult the IMF as well, to be able to tell them how they think the fund is being wasted, it can come out. And when it comes out, it's now left for the presidency to know who's to be hammered if that kind of thing happens. But with what is now happening, we can see a lot of that transparency, because the president has given executive order for the NNPC to be remitting any kobo, any naira that is being given. As probably they acquired through petrol, and about probably 2025, Atlanta NNPC remitted probably about 708 something billion. But now, as of last month, it was 4 point something trillion naira that was remitted to the federal account. So, if any money is going to be pointed to be missing, it's going to come from NNPC. And if NNPC is going to be able to do its own, obligation, or what is required by the government to do.
Honorable, if this money is coming in, and then we thank God for that, the concern of Nigerians now is, how are we spending this money? Accountability. So in your opinion now, do you think the presidency, or let me say the government now, is handling fiscal reports properly, the way they should? Reporting, how money has been spent and things like that.
Let me be sincere with ourselves, Yemi. It is the work of opposition to do a lot of digging, whether we like it or not.
The opposition will not be the one to give verdicts in court.
Everybody always looking for loopholes. Everybody looking for weakness of others as well. We can be able to talk about federal government all the time, because people like a watchdog like IMF can say things about federal government. We don't talk about state. We are having about 36 states in Nigeria.
But this 8.83 trillion naira is about the federal government, not about the state.
Like I say, that is what I'm saying. When you are talking about the federal government, if the federal government can be able to get away with it, if opposition cannot, we are not sure if the money is missing. Like what the finance minister said. He said a lot of budget has never been implemented as well. A lot of contract being given are rollover. Assuming this is where there are some lapses, we don't know.
So if the money is not missing, where's the money?
It is not about missing.
Okay.
It was said it was spent outside the budget. It was spent. It is not about missing. If money is missing, that means the money is not being accounted for.
So why was the money spent out of the budget?
Which is, like I said to you, it is. If the government does it, it is wrong. It is criminal, and it is reckless. But like what Taiwo Oyedele was now saying is that the IMF supposed to give specific where the money was spent to. The money was meant to be spent. It was not like it was missing. Don't mix it together. It was being spent outside the budget. Probably is being given as a loan to some state, or is being given as a gift to some state. Who knows?
So does that mean Nigerians should not trust the Nigerian budget as we progress as a country?
Our budget has never been trusted from time, because it has never been fully implemented. For so many years, we have been seeing a lot of budget not being well implemented.
So are you saying this administration is building on that?
I'm not saying it's building on that. I'm saying for the fact that there was challenge right now. We have seen situation whereby $10 million were missing. We have seen a situation $20 million are missing. We have seen a situation that even there are some government that cover a lot of ministers that does wrong for in the time past. But this particular government, I've said that he is not going to be able to shield any minister that does any wrong. That anybody that does wrong must be able to account for himself. And this is now who is in charge of finance.
So should the federal government not serve as a very good example to say, okay, if the federal government is doing this, they are accountable to the people? Don't you think at that point the other levels will be able to follow suit?
I agree with you totally. This is what you are saying is right, and that is what I'm saying. IMF being the watchdog of this federal government is something we supposed to be delighted about. But now we are not going to stop here. We are still going to ask Taiwo Idele, Minister of Finance, a lot of questions, despite the fact that he has given some response to what IMF has done. But what I'm now saying, now we are so delighted, Nigerians are delighted that IMF can be doing this. And we expect a lot of agency outside the government to be doing this as well.
Is federal government communicating with the people enough?
Definitely there must be some mistakes. There can be mistakes sometimes. And when there's mistake, they're supposed to rectify the mistake. Like they are now saying, like I said to you, Taiwo Idele said, there are some budget that has never been, there's some rollover budget from the time past. Probably this is what they see, we don't know. Because the Nigerians are still asking questions. And we're still going to be asking finance minister that question. If any money is missing, the federal government must account for it. But according to his response, that there are some budget that has never been implemented. And they are still implementing some budget. Probably that is what IMF was talking about. We don't know. Probably because there are some intervention that are given to people. What we now add is about 2 days, 3, 4 days. So in the time, in the days to come, we are still, a lot of things is going to be revealed. Probably we are going to see some what's it called, out there, who is going to report it, who is going to leave the secret to someone, because a lot of ministry know how they spend money. And I am telling you, there is no way any finance minister can be able to cover for what a minister has not spent.
Okay, according to Peter Obi now, he said that the IMF's report has further evidence of what he called grand corruption